You are now listening to the Electric Dreamz Podcast.
Oh, I know that you'll be fine.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Electric Dreamz Podcast. Today is the day that Hold Me comes out. I'm so fucking pumped about this track, guys. It's been a while that I've been putting off this track. Just trying to get everything perfect, and just, finally I have the opportunity just to kind of just to release it and stuff. And it's honestly, it's such a good feeling to get that done. I know it sounds like, oh, let's just get over with it, but I mean, the feeling of just getting something completed, especially you've been putting it off for a while. That track, I would say I made it a year ago, and I was just going back and forth with it. There was some changes I would make with the chord progression. There were some changes I would make with the vocals, sometimes with the instruments and even the percussion. It's just what's so tricky sometimes of being a producer is you could have so many different versions of the same track, and sometimes I'll do that. I'll make variations of the track, and but when you find the right version for you, it's not it has to be. It's the greatest feeling. I guarantee you guys. It's like baking in a way. So you keep baking, you're trying to find the right recipe for baking it, chocolate cream pie or some shit like that, whatever. And you just keep going, and then you have different variations, less egg or less flour, just your size, your oven. So it's almost cooking is the same thing as producing music. It's there's so many ingredients you could use, but once you find your right rhythm or the right ingredients that just makes it perfect, then you just go with it and stuff. So I'll sometimes do that in the beginning of making tracks, and I'll for instance, how I usually start with the chord progression. That's what I like the most, is the melody, and just I go from there. But sometimes, if I'm fortunate, I'll have the vocals ahead of time, so then I'll just surround the track with the vocals. I've done that with previous projects. Actually, I prefer that. I prefer to have vocals first, and then I work the song around it. I don't know why. I just, for me, I just work better, because it's okay, let me work the track itself around the vocals, rather than the vocals work around the track. So that's the tricky part about music, is sometimes it can feel forced if you have the wrong vocals. But when you have the right ones, it's a incredible feeling. You're just oh my God, it just makes the track way better. And that's when you work with a lot of professionals, when you have people that can put people in the right positions in the right time and make magical moments. And I feel happy. I really feel happy about Hold Me. Hold Me, it just describes me as a producer, as a person itself, because it's just even the vocals sound it's very intimate. It's just hold me down. It's just for me, when I try to describe Hold Me is a guy or girl making reassuring himself or their partner that, if I'm gonna go through this, will you get my back? And I think that's the most important in a relationship, is making sure that your partner has your back no matter what. And so when I heard those lyrics and stuff, I was just man, this is gonna make the vocals, the track even better. And so yeah, Hold Me is just definitely just about trusting one another, getting each other's back, making sure that they, whatever they go through, their partner is going to be there right on their side. And I don't know. It's just it's one of those tracks that it just defines Sugar Brown in a whole nother level. And yeah, I don't know. It just like I was just so happy for like Free doing so well, and then now releasing something that is like definite Sugar Brown style. It's you can't beat that. You can't beat that at all. So I was super happy for this shit to come out. I'll try to do like a breakdown and stuff. I know a lot of you guys like the Free breakdown. I was super happy. Free was just such a success. I was so amazed, to be honest. I didn't even think Free was gonna do well. I was talking to Tori. I was like, man, I didn't even like Free at first. I was just like, for me, to me, I don't know. It just didn't have. It sounded like a typical like deep house like vibe, but then when I listen to it more, and it's kind of weird. It's like once you see like validation of people liking it, you start to be like rethinking it. Like, actually, it is pretty good. It is fucking good. And so it's funny. It's like certain tracks. Like when I first heard Yummy, I was like, okay, interesting. I'm not my favorite. And then like give it like a week or two, just listening more and just seeing people liking it a lot. I was like, actually, the track is a fucking banger. So it's like, it's funny how music works when it comes to that realm. It was just like, if you repeatedly like listen to it, you sometimes convince yourself that it's like that it is enjoyable. So maybe it could be like food too. Like if you like, when I was a little kid, my uncle gave me sushi for the first time, and I fucking hated it. I hated sushi. I spit the shit out. I was like, what the fuck? What is this raw shit? And then years to come, I go eat at a restaurant with a college friend and his parents, and we go to like this really nice sushi restaurant somewhere around Disney. I've been trying to fucking find it. So let me know if you guys know like this spot. It's like, it's crazy. It's like almost like a little town, like a little suburban town, but like right off of like somewhere around Disney. And I've never been able to find it again, but it had like the best sushi of my life. The time that I had that sushi, it changed my life forever. Cause it was just like, and I told them, I was like, I'm not a big fan of sushi. I don't really like it. And they're like, oh, no worries. And then, I got a teriyaki bowl, and they're like, well, just try a piece. So I'm like, okay, let me try it. I tried it, and it changed my life. I was like, man, this fucking shit's good. So that's when my life changed, when I ate really good sushi. Maybe I was eating shitty sushi with my uncle, but fuck, I don't know what I was doing, what we were talking about. Fucking lost it, went down the rabbit hole. But fucking yeah, so like Free, it was really surprising to see people's reaction to it. It was exciting, and it feels so good. It just feels so good when people appreciate the shit that you make. It probably has the same feeling as a cook when you see people, when you prepare a dish and you see people really enjoying your food and just like, giving compliments and saying, how delicious it is. Granted, not everybody's going to like your food. So I think that's the thing that I'm learning the most, is not everybody's going to like your music. And I get it. People have different tastes. People have, they're just not going to like everything. So I think that's the one thing I've been trying to practice on, is just trying to take it in and just be like, okay, cool. I mean, that person's not a bad person. It's just they just don't fuck with my shit. It's like I'm the same thing. I don't, there's certain songs, music that I just don't connect with. So, am I gonna say it's bad music just because I don't connect with it? No, not necessarily. It's funny. It's like, what is what's the standard of bad music? If you listen to certain songs, like certain basic songs, you're just like, that's a shit music, but maybe others really connect it. Or it's just funny. Music is really, really subjective. It just depends how it makes you feel, like depending like what different life events you went through. And so it's that's what's so great about music is like it can make you feel all different emotions. And with Homie, I try to display it for as like a more intimate emotion, more like love, romance, because like Homie is it's about getting having some ha- making sure your partner has your back when you go through shit or hard times, especially right now. Like I feel like that's why Hold Me is such a perfect song at these current events is um with this coronavirus is like, or this whole pandemic with people losing their jobs. It's like, making sure, even their loved ones or families got their back if they're going through this, this whole pandemic. Like for me, that's like the most important. Like, do you have, I got your back. Do you have mine? Because I can't imagine the worst feeling is like you loving someone so deeply, like your mother, your father, your siblings or shit, or your spouse, and they don't love you back or they don't have your back as you do. And it's sad. It's sad if go through that way. And I feel like a lot of people are going through that too. They're going through that emotion, just like they're struggling. They're struggling to find a job. They're struggling to find a better job. They're trying to, find real connection with their loved ones, connection with their family members. But sometimes, you feel like you feel lost. You feel really lost. And so, Hold Me is that all those emotions in a sound. And especially in the beginning, it's very subtle. And then once you hit the drop, it's just like it's like a boom of wave. It's just a fucking wave of a track. I fucking love it. It's Sugar Brown all over it. The waves being like the water. Since I love the water, I wanted to move you, just kind of like right when it's like, yeah, like when the lyrics come in, the build up's up there, and it's like, hold me down, and then boom, it just comes in and just wants you to just energize you, and just be like, give you so much excitement. And I don't know, I love it. I play it. I play a lot, and I get so pumped when the drop comes in, and it just moves like it just. I don't know. I just can't wait till we all get back and I can play this live, because I just imagine when people are in the crowd and we're just bouncing together like in a wave. I don't know. I just like it's just sad. It's sad that this shit's happening, but honestly, it's good that this pandemic's happening, because it's like, I don't know about you guys. I feel like I got to know more people, who they really are, who they, behind the mask per se. Yeah, just a lot of shit, especially in the EDM world. Just a lot of people getting called out for sexual harassment or assaults. And just people breaking down, just saying that they're like, fuck, I don't know if I can keep doing this music shit. I'm not making money and stuff, and people going back to work, and because it's just right now live shows they're not in a thing right now. They're not. It's I believe live shows are done for 2020. That doesn't for me. I don't see any evidence that it's gonna come back. I know people are trying to make a comeback, in different countries, and hey, do you- I see it, especially when I saw the whole Chase Smokers thing. It's shitty. It's definitely a shitty event. It's definitely looks bad on them, but it I don't know. I have really mixed feelings about that, because it's like sometimes you look at it, you're like, why now? Why do you guys really need money to put out a show and stuff? And but I don't know, guys. I just don't. I don't know why should I hate on them, knowing that they're just trying to see, they're throwing a fucking dice and seeing if it's gonna work or not. So, you know, I look in that standpoint, and then I look at, like, you know, people in the crowd not social distancing and stuff. So I don't know, guys. It's a little mixture right now. Fucking people going crazy out there. Fucking, you know, I saw this other video of, like, a fucking lady just going crazy at this, like, kind of like fruit stand. And this guy, you know, this Mexican guy, he's just hustling. He's just trying to sell fucking fruit. And this lady is just fucking, you know, fucking Karen going up to him and just like, do you have a permit? Do you have this? Do you have that? And just like, it's like, why are you hating on that guy? You know what I mean? It's like, what's making your life horrible to the point that you want to put an effort to stop this guy from working, from hustling? He ain't bothering you. If he was saying, like, fuck you, lady, I can do whatever I want, you know, or, you know what I mean? Like, the guy wasn't doing anything to her, but she decided to put her 2 cents about it and fucking try to stop it. It's like, who the fuck are you to stop anybody from, like, making work? Yeah, I get it if he was, like, fucking selling crack on the fucking corner. It's like, yeah, let's fucking put the kibosh on that. This motherfucker's selling fruit to fucking probably feed his fucking family of 5 people, but you just want to start shit. And I don't know. I was happy because the news covered it, and then the next day a shitload of people just came by and supported his fruit stand, and just, like, they were buying him out. So I was just I love to see that. I love to see videos that come out like that, because it's like, it shows who people really are, like who their morals are and shit. And then when the community is like, fuck that person, we're gonna go support that guy. And I love that. I try to do that. I try to support, especially young Latinos, my community, and, you know, other musicians, other producers and stuff. You know, that's why I try to bring people on the podcast, just to show them love. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to be it for the podcast. I'm pretty pumped about Hold Me. So Hold Me is going to be out. It's out now on Spotify and everything. You could go stream it everywhere, and let me know what you guys think. So I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.